Do you have hip pain? No problem. I'm Jake with Corrective Exercise Specialist here in the Spokane Valley. Thanks for liking and following us. Please share videos with your friends that you find to be beneficial for things you're dealing with. And one of the things that we deal with a lot is hip pain. Whether you're in shape, out of shape, people have hip pain. Now from an exercise standpoint, a corrective exercise standpoint, we're going to address that real quickly. If you're fit or you're active, you're exercising, or even if you're sedentary, almost all the movements we do in the human body is forward movement. So if you're at the gym working out, you're on the elliptical, you're on the treadmill, you're on the stair climber, you're on the recumbent bike, everything you do is moving in that forward plane of motion. And what happens with that is our stabilizing muscles, the muscles that really strengthen and stabilize our hips right to left, those muscles get weak, they get inactive, and they get stiff. So the best way to get rid of hip pain, first of all, of course, is our lovely foam roll-in, our myofascial release, but we're going to make sure that those IT bands are nice and loose. We're going to work through, we're going to look for hot spots in the IT bands, and very specifically, we're going to work all the way to the very top, past the bone, the greater trochanter, right into the little groove above that where that little TFL, that tensor fascial lati muscle is. And that one, in virtually all cases of hip discomfort or pain that I run into, this muscle is compromised. So spend some time getting on that muscle on both legs and making sure that there's no tenderness up in that top of that joint right between the hip joint and the greater trochanter. Next, once those get loose, we're going to start working a little bit of our stabilizing muscles. So I'm a huge fan of the band stepping, the monster walks. So getting a band on your ankles this way and just doing some lateral monster walks back and forth, keeping the feet straight. That works the hips really good. You can also carry that over and you can do some diagonal backwards movement. This is really beneficial to activate that glute medius and that glute maximus to get some of those stiffness out of the hip muscles. And then of course, if you don't have a band at home and you just want to do some basic exercises for it, work on doing some side lunging. So you can go down to the sides, work the other way, go down to the sides, make sure your knee angles are good so that you're not compromising your knee joints. So as we go out to the side, you want to keep that knee tracking the other way, same thing, nice. Another good one for that is a rotational lunge. So sometimes the hip just gets stiff because it's moving in one direction. So being able to rotate into that position and rotate into that position is going to loosen up and work those hip joints. So that's what we got for hip joint pain. It'll get rid of it super quick. Thanks for liking and following. Please share.